3 days before she set foot in the polished halls of Eastwood High, Amara Lewis threw her last punch at Delgado's boxing gym back in Detroit. 17 now. The rhythm of her gloves against a heavy bag was as natural as breathing. Years of sweat, bruises, and discipline had carved her into something most people at Eastwood would never expect. And when she transferred halfway through the school year, she carried more than just textbooks in her backpack. She carried that fight. But Eastwood High? It wasn't Detroit. It was marble floors, trophy cases glowing under perfect lights, and students who looked like they had just stepped out of a fashion catalog. Perfect. Polished. Privileged. Amara walked in as one of the only black students in a sea of wealthy white faces. And when she dared to show up to prom with the school's other black student, Caleb Morris, Eastwood's self-appointed king, Logan Whitfield, and his crew thought they'd found a perfect chance to put the outsiders back in their place. What Logan didn't know, Amara wasn't built to fold. Whispers followed her down the hallway like shadows. Conversations froze when she passed. She hadn't even found her locker when shouting echoed around the corner. Amara's pulse quickened. She turned and saw it. A circle of students, phones raised, recording. In the middle, a tall, skinny black boy with cracked glasses, Caleb, was shoved hard against the lockers by 3 white boys. His book spilled across the floor, sneakers grinding the pages. One cover caught her eye, Advanced Calculus. This wasn't just some kid. He was brilliant. And yet here he was, treated like trash while the crowd laughed. Amara didn't hesitate. She pushed through the ring of spectators, voice cutting through the noise. Back off him. The bullies turned. Logan Whitfield grinned like a wolf. Well, look at this. 2 for 1. His crew laughed. Grant O'Malley, a stocky redhead, puffed up his chest. Derek Shaw, built like a linebacker, cracked his knuckles. Logan circled her like prey. Or what? Gonna file a complaint? This is Eastwood High. We don't take complaints from your kind. Amara's voice dropped, sharp as a blade. You know exactly what I mean. For a second, his grin cracked. The crowd leaned in, phones ready. Everyone wanted to see if she'd fold. But Amara shifted her stance. Balanced, loose, the stance of someone who'd been in fights that mattered. Funny, she said flatly. I thought this was a public school, paid for by everyone's taxes. That landed. Even a few students flinched. Derek sneered. Public doesn't mean it belongs to monkeys. Gasps cut through the air. Phones zoomed in. No teacher in sight. Amara's eyes locked on him. Steady. Say that again. Logan suddenly softened his tone, sensing danger. Easy, easy. Just harmless fun. No harm done, right, boys? Reluctantly, his crew stepped back. But Logan's smirk lingered. See you around, Morris. Both of you. This year's going to be interesting. The crowd scattered, hungry for the next rumor. Caleb's glasses hung broken, his books torn. Amara bent, gathering his things. You okay? His voice shook. Another black student. I thought I was the only one. She met his eyes. Not anymore. The next day, but the next morning, Caleb's tired eyes told the truth. They've been at it for 3 years, he whispered as they walked. Gum in my hair. Locked closets. Teachers pretend not to see. Principal Weston just calls it boys being boys. Before Mara could respond, shadows blocked their path. Logan, Grant, Derek. Well, Logan purred. How was your first night in paradise, Amara? He leaned against the lockers, smiled too smooth. Hope you found housing suitable for transfers. Transfers? She shot back. Always hard to adjust to a higher caliber of education. Grant laughed. Yeah, Derek added. Bet Detroit schools didn't prepare you for this place. Amara's jaw clenched. I'm doing just fine. Grant smirked. Maybe you can tutor Caleb in street smarts. Teach him how to act more authentic. Caleb stiffened. What's that supposed to mean? Oh, come on, Grant chuckled. You're so proper. Maybe hanging out with Amara will help you embrace your heritage, learn some urban culture. Phones appeared. Logan lifted his recording. Smile for the camera. Eastwood's first study group. Put that away. Amara snapped. Logan shrugged. Public space. Say something for posterity, Caleb. Maybe rap for us. I don't rap. Sure you do. It's in your DNA. Derek started a terrible beatbox. The crowd laughed. Amara stepped forward, words sharp as a jab. His culture is being valedictorian while you three are repeating junior year. That hit. Logan's smile faltered for a split second. Then he spun it into a performance, slapping Caleb's shoulder hard. Exactly. Top of the class. A real credit to his people. The poison sank in. One of the good ones, Grant piled on. Amara's fist twitched, but Caleb grabbed her arm. Don't. They want you to hit them. The bell rang. Logan slid his phone into his pocket, grinning. See you around, study partners. As the hallway emptied, Amara whispered, that was smart, stopping me. Caleb stacked his books with shaking hands. I've learned they say the worst things, then flip it. Make us the aggressors. I just need one more year. Full scholarship. Then I'm gone. But when Logan's cold eyes lingered on them from the back of class, Amara knew he wasn't letting go. The Eastwood ballroom glittered under fairy lights. Crystal chandeliers sparkled. Dresses shimmered. Amara's deep emerald gown flowed like liquid fire. Caleb's tux was sharp, confidence hidden under nerves. They walked in together, heads high. Whispers chased them like shadows. For a while, it almost felt normal. Bad DJ jokes. Overpriced dinner. A slow dance. Logan's crew lingered at the edges, circling like sharks. It started at the punch table. Logan slid in close, cologne heavy. You look beautiful tonight, he murmured. That dress brings out your exotic features. Her grip tightened on the ladle. Excuse me? I'm complimenting you, he pressed. You should say thank you. I said no. Her voice carried across the room. Heads turned. Phones rose. Caleb was there in an instant. She said, don't touch her. Logan smirked, motioning to Grant and Derek. Within seconds, the confrontation turned into a show. Everyone recording. Everyone waiting for Amara or Caleb to snap. And then, they got a show they weren't expecting. Derek lunged for Amara's phone. Reflexes took over. One sharp strike to the gut. He collapsed, gasping. Chaos erupted. Logan swung wildly at Caleb, but Caleb ducked. Years of quiet martial arts classes finally showing. He countered with precision. Grant charged. Amara pivoted, dropped her weight, sent him sprawling. For once, the bullies weren't in control. By the time teachers rushed in, it was too late. The footage had already spread. Logan Whitfield, Eastwood's golden boy, caught spitting venom and throwing fists. No amount of family money could erase HD proof. The Whitfields tried damage control. Boys will be boys. It was taken out of context. But the internet doesn't forget. The comments poured in. She handled herself like a queen. About time someone shut those guys down. This is why you record everything. For the first time in 3 years, Caleb walked the halls without his shoulders hunched. And Amara? She didn't just survive Eastwood. She flipped the script. Because some people don't just take hits. They hit back harder. And if you're watching this right now, let me ask you, have you ever seen justice hit back this sweetly? Before you go, comment below where in the world you're watching from Globe Show in Europe, Africa. And don't forget to subscribe because tomorrow's story, it's one you won't want to miss.